Saga Cigars, makers of the Saga Golden Age. The Golden Age is a cigar that takes you back to the classic days of cigar smoking. Through the 6 generations of experience by the Reyes family, Saga Golden Age delivers a timeless blend that uses the nobility of the tobacco to bring you the perfect balance of power and flavor. It narrates better than words the history of a family's tradition in tobacco, delivering a cigar much like the ones they used to smoke in the times of Hemingway. Saga Golden Age is a full-bodied, full-flavored Dominican Puro. With tobaccos from one farm, the blend features a Corojo 2006 wrapper and filler from original Cuban seeds grown in the Dominican Republic. Available in 4 sizes at an affordable price, the Saga Golden Age is sure to please and take you back on a journey to yesteryear. Rocky Patel Premium Cigars, the Tabaquero, developed and blended by Cuban master of tobacco, Hamlet Paredes. This cigar is an exciting addition to the Patel family, featuring traditional and rare sizes, handpicked by Hamlet himself. Smoke Hamlet Paredes today. For more information, visit them on the web at rockypatel.com, and be sure to follow Rocky Patel Premium Cigars on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
When we review or report on something, we don't want there to be any guesswork. We believe the information must be accurate, and it has to be reliable. For what we review, the goal is hopefully to educate our audience, and at the same time, an equally important goal is in turn to get educated ourselves. What we want to do is earn the trust of our audience, and to do that, we ensure what we report is accurate, rumor-free, and teaser-free. The premium cigar industry is so dynamic, and every day brings something new. We wanted Cigar Coop to be an extension of that experience, so it has to be 365 days a year. We wanted to create a true media ecosystem and integrate Cigar Coop with the power of our Stogie Geeks programming network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stogie Geek Show. This is our Stogies of the Week segment. Super excited to talk about what we've been smoking. Joe Hollywood, why don't you go first? I see what's up on your screen there. I really want to get your take on this cigar. I couldn't wait for you guys to smoke this one.
Yeah. We, what was that, a couple episodes ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, a couple episodes ago. We were gifted.
Episode 222.
Thank you.
I'm stealing Rainman's job.
Nice. I was waiting.
Channeling Rainman there.
We had the
Oliver.
The Bandolero 60 by Selected Tobacco.
Yes. Yeah, it was gifted to us by Oliver from United Cigar. Yeah.
Yep. Smooth stick. When I looked it up, I was surprised that the profile was undisclosed. Am I correct on that? I searched high and low for it.
I think you're right.
It was under. I mean, a bunch of review sites.
Entire blend, including wrapper, I think is undisclosed.
Yeah. So I just put that.
It's a cigar.
Nelson Alfonso. It's
from Nelson Alfonso.
He brings us a smooth stick. I had the 4 3/4 by 60 size, right? Awesome size. I guillotine cut it. Medium body. Good. It to me, it was a medium body with just a hint of spice. Mm-hmm. It wasn't really spicy. It didn't come up any pepper or anything like that. It just came up really medium. Good, true medium, I think.
Yep.
Did you have it yet?
I did.
Yep. It was a good, true medium. I gave it a 5.
Nice.
I give it a 5. It's a really good stick. Apparently, when I was doing my research, there's some other sizes that have came in the selected packs.
So is that a 10-count box they come in, or
no? Well, no. It comes in. It came in a selected pack.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to seek.
I was going to say, if it's a 10-count box, is it a box split and a 5er?
I got you. I'm with you. I didn't catch on. I didn't catch on. Right.
When you said I'm joking with you, but when you said the rating, I was kind of like, yeah, like I would have 5. I'm like, I almost box split it, but a lot of times sticks like that, especially at a higher price point, come in boxes of 10 or 12. Which that's a hole in our rating system, right? Like a box split is a box of 20 or 25. If it was a box of 20, I mean, I would have 10 of those in my humidor, certainly. But again, the price point's going to weigh into that part. As much as we try and put price to the side,
right.
The ones from Nelson Alfonso do carry a very high price point.
Right. Good point. With the fiver, I'd be interested to have some of the other availability in the other sizes.
Yeah.
Because the size at 60, even though it's short in the 60,
for what we say about 60 being uncomfortable to smoke and blah, 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 for a 60, I thought it was phenomenal.
It is. It's really good. But I'd be interested because I think it would come up a little bit, a little stronger if it wasn't a different size for sure.
Yeah, it'd be a little bolder.
So I am going to seek out
some different sizes,
some of the different sizes, and then come back to it. And
but now a lot of his different sizes are different blends.
Right,
which is interesting.
But there is a 52 in this.
In this blend,
this blend. So there's a 52. I think the 52 is probably going to be more in my wheelhouse for sure. I want to try to seek that out. I don't know where we could go and get those, but
I know a place.
You do?
Two Guys Smoke Shop.
They're
one of the exclusive distributors.
Road Trip.
You can order them online, too. They have an online shop at Two Guys.
Yeah.
Or, a Road Trip would be awesome. because Dave's shop is awesome.
Yeah.
So
Road Trip. Sure.
Yeah, I know Dave listens. Hi, Dave. Love you, Dave.
He's still on vacation right now, but
Rainman, you're still analog. We haven't sunk up and got you in our digital system yet. It's okay. We'll get there. We're not ignoring you. We're not ignoring you.
I was going to bring the laptop in and fool you guys and throw the cards on top. Just
tape them all on the screen. You can do that,
Next episode.
That's funny. No, we'll just our schedules haven't lined up. So
I was gifted about 2 hours ago an Oliva Series Series O.
Series O.
Series O.
That is not a zero. That is an O. Zeros have lines through them, says the computer geek.
Hey, I'll take it, man. The Rep Todd had popped in. Sun-grown Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan Habano binder and filler. Give me a 6x50 Toro. The price point of $575 was seemed more than generous for a decent cigar. I give it a box split. Nice construction, beautiful smoke, and
people forget about the Series O because everyone that wants something in that price point from Oliva will go Series G. Mm-hmm. But they forget about the O, which I think the difference is G comes in Cameroon and Maduro. I want to say it's Cameroon and Maduro. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But then the O, what did you say the wrapper on the O was? I had forgotten.
Sun-grown Habano.
Yeah, so it's a different, obviously a different experience, totally different wrapper, but still in that price point and still a good offering from Oliva.
I enjoyed it, a little back-end sweetness and some dark tobaccos, spice and cedar. This is a medium plus. For me, it was a medium, and but it was enjoyable and give it a box split.
People, I think, forget about some of those offerings from Oliva that we had one time. Mark and Mark were on the show, and I had given them the Presidente, and it was a Maduro. I think it's a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, and it's like a 9 by 52 or 54, and it's box pressed. It's awesome. I let it sit in my humidor for a couple of years. It's not a size you see at retail. When's the last time you were retail and you saw a box pressed 9 by something Oliva G?
10 different offerings. 2 of them were in the tube, but I hadn't had before, and I'm definitely going to seek it out again.
Excellent.
I think a lot of people flock to that V series too. It's gotten a lot of
fun. And when I think these people say they're retailers or they're online there, I want to smoke Oliva, I want to smoke the V, and you pay a lot of money. Is some people that are more casual cigar smokers than us or some people listening will say, well, I really like the O, right? Because they're like, I like to smoke Oliva, but they gravitate towards O. So it definitely resonates with outside of the kind of Stogie Geek community. So that's pretty cool. I smoked a lot of the Charter Oak from our friend Nick Malillo. I smoked the Toro, the Robusto, and the Lancero. And this is the Connecticut broadleaf offering. It's reasonably priced, right? I think they're between $6 and $8, maybe not even. They're like not expensive. And I thought the Toro and the Robusto were good. Solid smokes, I'd rate those a 5 easily, especially at that price point. If you're into the broadleaf Maduro, it's got a deep, rich broadleaf Maduro taste to it. But the Lancero really stood out to me. And I don't know that any one of those sizes were necessarily any more complex than the next. But the Lancero blend just seemed to work. Again, like I didn't get any new flavors out of it, but it almost seemed that way because it was so balanced. Its experience was above and beyond for me some of those other sizes.
It's enough to move ahead of the pack.
Yeah, so I mean, the Lancero is box worthy, in my opinion. It's a great smoke. I would have a box around. It smoked great. I think I smoked 2 each. Smoked almost 2 each of those. Some of them I might not have smoked 2, but I bought 2. I got to go look and see how many I actually smoked through. So I did a lot of smoking of the Charter Oak.
I had the Robusto, and I got to go back and try
Revisit,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got to revisit it because I found it really strong at first, and then it just kind of just died
mellows out.
I want to revisit that.
I had the Robusto, buddy. I want that Lancero now. You've sold me.
The Lancero is definitely something to try. If you like the blend or you picked up some of the other sizes and you're like, yeah, it's good, but there's a lot out there. If you can try the Lancero, you're going to be like, that might end up being your go-to. At least it was for me. Speaking of broadleaf, how is this? I wouldn't say vintage. It's not quite vintage. It's discontinued, but that sounds almost negative when you say discontinued.
Right.
It is the older release of the EP Carrillo Cardinal Robusto in the Maduro.
In the natural tobacco
Off the riff, if we were critiquing, I would give it a box split. Like I would grab.
It's good, right?
Grab a friend, split
This
it with a
got
box, get out
much
there.
better with age too.
Yeah, it's
I think,
really tasty.
I wanted to go back and try these because I've been aging this box for over 3 years, and they're really they're in their peak right now.
Yeah.
We got lucky when Paul goes and pulls from the boxes that been aging. It's hit or miss, and this was definitely spot on for me.
Sure,
the
the
flavors
retro
are
hits
awesome.
The retro hits awesome.
I can't put my finger on the flavor though. There's definitely a sweetness. It's not a dark fruit sweetness. There's some wood notes, but
subtle.
yeah.
It's got a subtle sweetness towards.
It leaves like a
towards the
sweet
end,
flavor
the
in
back
your
end.
palate. Yeah,
Yep.
in the in the finish.
Yep.
It's very sweet.
Yep, I like it.
It's good. Well, I haven't been smoking a lot from this box because I've been smoking more of the Sumatra, which right now is smoking phenomenal. But now this Maduro is smoking really good too. So that's good. Joe Hollywood, what else you got?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Philly B, who commented on the StogieGeeks.com.
On our blog, yes.
Yes, if you go to StogieGeeks.com and click on Stogies, about a week ago, he posted a bunch of replies on my comments, and then this morning he took the liberty to say, are you ever going to reply? So first of all, I do want to apologize for that. It's been a crazy week. I replied to all of them, but Philly B, I answered all your questions. Thanks. Keep them coming. I'm now more organized now because sometimes
it's hard.
It gives an approval and it goes, and then when I get the message, I do put it in my to-do Stogie Geeks virtual folder to do, which I have one, and it just, things get going and whatnot, so I apologize. I will answer every comment within 72 hours, and then as I get better, it'll be 48 hours. But it's
hard because
it is hard.
You get email, you get text message, you get Facebook messages, I get LinkedIn messages, and I get Twitter messages, and now we have comments on the blog. So we're actually looking for technologies to help us keep all that stuff straight and make sure that we get responses out to everyone. I have to say, in the first quarter of this year, we can still do better across the board, not just you specifically. You're doing a better job than I'm doing, certainly, with responding to
it's
stuff,
funny because he even replied, you asked me to reply. All right, I'm on it. I gave you my apology. I'm on it now. Moving forward.
Good man.
Thanks.
Thank you. So if you go to StogieGeeks.com, click on Stogies. Those will be the cigars that we try to get over to you. That being said, I had the from Crowned Heads, the J.D. Howard.
Yeah.
The HR50. I've been on a Crowned Heads type of.
What does that look like? Let me see the picture.
It's this one.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I've had that.
J.D. Howard Reserve.
Yep.
Right. I've been on a little Crowned Heads.
Yeah, you have been smoking some Crowned Heads.
Kicks there, kind of
good stuff in
rekindling. It's funny because when I first got introduced to that, I I focused a lot on the 4 kicks.
Yep.
And it was 4 kicks, the Headley Grange, and then the
Yes.
JD. Now I'm starting to put that JD up there. You know what I mean? And I'm just rekindling with the brand. I like it. I would definitely I would give it a try one for sure. You know, if you go out there, if you're looking for wrapper binder filler, wrapper is and I'm going to kill this. Name. It is a Brazilian
Araparaca.
Araparaca? I like it. It's a Brazilian Araparaca. The
Something.
binder
It's
is
close.
Ecuadorian Sumatra, and the filler is Nicaragua. Love it. It's a good stick.
Really have to roll your R's to say that, which I can't do.
I get it.
You definitely should try it. Size was 5.5. Ring gauge is 50. It's good smoke. If you see it on the shelf, I would just grab one and definitely try it. You know, for sure.
Rainman, what else you got?
Recently revisited the Hammer and Sickle Maduro.
Is that the one I gave you?
It was.
Okay.
Appreciate that. San Andreas Maduro wrapper, Dominican binder and filler. The age at 3 to 5 years. It's a 6x50 Toro. Mm-hmm. Gave it a box split.
Really nice.
I enjoyed it. It was price point 8.5. They make 3 different sizes, and make a Connecticut shade as well that I'm interested in trying after this.
Nice.
But
I've been kind of mixed feelings on the Hammer and Sickle line. Their vodka's really good.
it was
Cigars are they're a little bit of a hit or miss for me, but it's a line I got to go back and revisit, which is why I had some for review that I think that one came from Hammer and Sickle. So
I was very surprised. It not overpowering at all. It was clean burn and got barnyard right off the foot and chocolate throughout.
nice.
And it was good.
Nice. Let's see. I smoked an Emilio cigars. La Musa. Oh, I didn't make a note of what it was called. It's the one with the purple on it. Of course, I didn't have
Emilio, is that same from House of Emilio?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was actually a solid smoke, and it gets good reviews. La Musa Musa was the one that I smoked. Hold on, I'm going to pull up the information on it here. Nope, it wasn't that one. That's a different one.
You want me to go and you can find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Sorry.
No worries. We had Bellady on the show last week. Classic show, always a good time.
Great guy.
I revisited the Islero.
Nice.
I think what has happened, maybe my consumer opinion, of course, that David Pierre got a lot of hype, and it came out a couple months right after the Islero was launched as well. And when they came out, they were a little fresh. Always enjoyed it. Always enjoy the cigars from MLB Cigar Ventures. But I wanted to kind of critique it and go there. And I can tell you what it's made of, but I can't quite put. The Imperial, I can tell you what I taste from it. And David Pierre, like I've always said, you get that pepper right there. It's like a beefed up Imperial, but it's I think it's a lot sweeter than the Imperial. So I'm gonna have to revisit this.
I'm with you there.
It's just I just can't put my finger on it. What has been your experience with this cigar?
Oh, is this the new one that he gave us?
No. This is the Islero.
Oh, the Islero.
Islero. Because what happened was, we had the Imperial, then he launched the Islero, and then, like I said, from a consumer perspective, less than 4 weeks. It could have been 8 weeks, but it wasn't 10 weeks. David Pierre comes down there, and then I think that kind of like
I agree.
Stole some of the thunder.
it kind of stole because it came out.
Right.
The David Pierre.
Yeah, I had people come being like, "Oh, did you smoke Mike's new cigar?" And I'm like, "Which one?" They're like, "Oh, the Islero, the Ehrlich." I'm like, "Wait, what? What's going on?" I'm confused.
Right.
So I have to go back and revisit.
Yeah,
I couldn't even tell you.
And the funny
what
thing is,
I thought of that cigar.
I came and I had it, and I had all intentions of just and then I just started just enjoying it. And
so which size did you smoke?
I had the Toro. I usually gravitate towards his Toros.
Yeah.
I never had,
was it good? What was your rating on it?
My rating was box split.
Okay.
Was a box split there. Because of the wrapper, you tend to have to stay on it. It tends to run a little moist.
Interesting.
The wrapper.
Some touch-ups.
Yeah, a couple of touch-ups there, but it's great smoke. I just, like I said, I can't put my finger on that because, like I said, when the Imperia first launched, you like it, hang on it.
Right.
Then, he launched the Islero, and then Dave Piolet came out, and I gravitate towards that. I mean,
Same here, yeah.
that is at least a once-a-week stick for me, if not twice-a-week stick for me,
yeah.
still, since it came out. But, I really want to smoke the Funtador size of the David Piolet.
That's the size that I smoked in the regular Imperia. I went back.
Yes, you went back on your...
We're skipping Rainman here. We're
Yep.
not going in order, but since we're on Mike Bellady,
Yep.
And I have my other cigar, which I do know what that is now. in
That
some of the
Funtador
blends.
size for the Imperia is amazing.
Funtador. With a T?
Funtador. Funtador, yes.
Funtador.
Yes.
I couldn't remember the name of the
Yep,
size. I
yep.
was like, Funador?
Nope,
People
it's-
call it Funador. It's not a Funador.
Nope,
it's a Funtador.
It's a Funtador. And then he has the
and so I
Islero
smoked
in
that in the original Imperial line. It was really good.
It's
I mean,
awesome.
this is like a morning.
I
It's
could-
a medium, but it doesn't. It's a medium that's
Twin.
more on the mild
Yeah.
side, not a medium that's. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
you talk about medium. Like some lean more towards the stronger side. Some lean more towards the mild side. This was a mild to medium, in my opinion, and great flavors. Just a nice, crisp, clean tasting smoke. Some wood notes. Love this size. The Funtador size is. I haven't even smoked some of the other sizes because every time I go to this line, I'm like, I'm just smoking that size. It was the size that Mike had given us when he's been on the show before, and he's like, "Oh, I'm only doing these for events." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is the best size in the line." Mike.
It's funny you
So-
should say that. When Mike introduced himself to me here in the market, and we were talking, he would. That used to be.
You guys
his,
were in the grocery store together?
No,
Were
it's
you buying
in
Pectin?
different cigar shops. It's in different cigar shops, right?
He was buying some Arabic gum.
It's funny because that would be the cigar when Imperia first launched. It was not for retail sale,
Right.
right? So that would be the one that he
Yes.
gifted you. So
Right.
so if you went to a local retail shop and you bought, buy 3, get one, that was your get one.
Yeah.
And
Everyone gravitated to it.
and the funny thing is that stick is like the coup de grace of that blend. You follow
Yeah.
me? So it's like it's
belle of
such
the ball. We call it
you
the
go.
bell of the ball.
The bell of
We
the-
actually made it official bell of the ball.
it's the bell of the ball.
There might be tags on the blog that's bell of the ball.
Really?
Like we made it an official thing because we would smoke a line and be like, "That's the best size."
That's the best size.
I think it
yeah.
was Mark Jr. coined the term as it relates in this instance, bell of the ball, and applied it to the best size in the line.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. And like I said, I want to do the Funtador size, so be looking out for a review on that for sure. Because the Funtador size in Islero.
In the Islero. Yeah, I think I've smoked that before, but I don't.
Because I have all the
I
sizes.
don't remember it. So
I've,
I don't
I've
want to.
tried
I
all
don't
the
want to give
sizes.
a rating on it. I'll go back and smoke
Right,
it again.
right. But I will tell you, Funtador Imperia, that could probably be one of my first box worthy.
Yeah, box roll.
Rating.
Smoke them in the morning.
Yeah.
Mike had made that size for himself.
He did.
If I'm
Yes.
not,
Yes, you're correct.
Yep, he made them because we do events and he liked it and he ended up liking that size. And then what happened? He was actually telling us a story how it because of its size and what it takes to make it, it's a little bit more pricey than the other stuff in the line.
Totally worth it,
So we didn't release that as its first cigar, and then people started asking him for it. Like I repeat, people were asking him for it, and it's just an amazing stick. If you have not had one, definitely go and get that one. For sure.
Rainman, you go.
Another cigar you'd gifted me, CNC Connecticut and Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Dominican Olar binder, which I never heard of that before. Dominican Criollo, Corojo, Ligero filler. Churchill 7x50.
Criollo. Criollo.
Yep, Criollo.
You pronounce it like yo-yo.
Corojo.
Criollo.
I gave it a try one and then a try one again because it was tasty, and $4 to $5 price point, 3 sizes. For a mild stick, it did hold my attention, and cedar, farm, and wood, and Coop gave it a nice to have in 2012.
Do you agree with his assessment on that? Because we got a bunch of those samples from CNC. They still make them today. That was I forget which factory was making those.
I missed that. I give it a try one, and I noted try one again because I did enjoy it. I want to revisit that and check it out again.
That's got some age on it. It was a try one for me too. I wasn't really high on that kinetic. To me, it was somewhat unbalanced. Is what I felt on those. So I was curious to get your take on it. So
honestly, I did not have the highest of hopes going in, but smoked it in the morning. A little hot chocolate. It was good.
hot chocolate as opposed to coffee.
Not a coffee guy.
Really?
Yeah.
We just gave you a coffee. So.
I know. I don't want to be rude.
I'll take it before it gets cold. Before it gets cold. Yeah. Hey, want to switch? Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Perfect.
So what's I'm trying to pull. Oh, okay, here we go. The event.
But before we switch, can the CNC? Do you have another one of those? Like, what is that?
I might. I might.
What is that?
They were review sticks that I had gotten.
Okay.
A while ago.
Okay.
And the rep was here. The details are fuzzy because it was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a value price point cigar. Yeah, they've adjusted their bands a little bit. It looks like they're still in production today. They're mostly Dominican, Connecticut shade Dominican.
$4 to $5. It certainly
is it is it creamy though? I want to
No,
because when I was looking through your notes, it was one of those things I've never.
It's not a bad cigar. I mean, it's a value priced decent cigar. I think there's better stuff even in that price point. To be honest, with you. No fault of CNC in the Connecticut.
Right.
They make a. I want to say they make a. Hold on, the website here. They make a Maduro, a Raparaca actually. A Corojo 2006. Their Corojo is actually pretty decent. For a value price stick, if I were to buy a box or a bundle, I would go with the Corojo from them because I smoked the Connecticut. I probably smoked the Araparaca.
I did list a little cream, but it was more farm and cedar.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they're made. I don't remember where they're made.
Okay.
To be honest, what factory they're made out of. Sorry.
No worries. I'm just one of those things. Like I never even heard of the whole blend of them, and I was like, "Where'd you get that?"
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
It's awesome.
Let's go back to the La Musa from Emilio Cigars, and this is the Melete, Melete,
Melete?
Melete.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go with Melete because it sounds like machete.
I like it.
Yeah. So this was the Robusto size. This is packs a little more punch than the rest of the line. It's a Habano Rosado wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. Good, clean, crisp taste from this, which I tend to get from a Nicaraguan binder and filler type cigar. Nice flavor off the wrapper. I would call it a 5-er. I thought it was really good. It's been sitting in my humidor probably for over a year, so just full disclosure, how long stuff's been aging sometimes. Sometimes the review cycle, it takes us a while. I had to go through multiple rounds of cleaning up my humidor, and that's where I found this. And it was good. It was good. These are listed online for $40 for a 5-pack. No, that's for the Corona. I'm not
about for flavors.
5x50. I would say it's got that Nicaraguan kind of twang, which is like an earthiness, but not over the top earthiness. So I'd say a touch of earth with some spice, which to me is the best way I can describe that like Nicaraguan twang. I mean, out of in a lot of the Nicaraguan cigars, I tend to put like in the same category, like, yeah, that's your standard Nicaraguan cigar. But this one kind of stood out a little bit to deserve a 5-er, and I thought it was very good. So
Nice.
Joe Hollywood, what else you got?
I went old school.
Let's go old school.
Take it back, baby.
I mean, this is
Let's
old
go.
school. This is so old school. Top 25 cigars of 2007. The Hoyo de Monterey Excalibur #1, Connecticut.
Wow.
Right, I went totally old school. Enjoyed it. I mean, it's timeless. Timeless. You got Connecticut, a little bit of Honduran in there. Awesome. You got to try it. I think it's one of those blends.
Off the shelf, or this is from your humidor?
This is off the shelf. I went to an old shop that had some older ones lying around. This is the type of shop that if they have some of those lying around, they're just pretty older. Right. You know what I mean? They've been sitting for a while, and it's. I I think it's the original 2.5 hour stick as far as from when I've been smoking.
Is that double Corona size?
Yeah, it's double Corona, number one.
That was a popular size.
It was
back
just,
in the day,
you know.
You don't see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I got a new line. I got a double Corona."
Right.
The size kind of, it's not just like Churchill or 60 ring. Really, I think kind of replaced that spot for the double Corona.
Right. And like I said, it's just classic. I don't know. I've been ever since we've had that Byron. I've been, you know, some of my cigar smoking becomes themed. So like I'll either want pepper, Nicaraguan, or I want, you know, crazy blends, or I'm seeking. I used to call it treasure hunting. You know, we're gonna go after the tatuaje or the viaje, something or other. You know what I mean? Yep. And then go after the treasure hunting cigars. But I've been on this classic kick. You know, like I even had the Arturo Fuente Don Carlos again. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I've talked about it before. Like I just been digging some of the real classic stuff. Hoyo de Monterrey Excalibur, you got to give it a box split with a friend. I mean, you know, especially if you do
aged really well. Like I think it was before we were recording. I had one that was aged. It was just awesome. I've had some other ones in the Hoyo de Monterrey line. May have also been an Excalibur. An Excalibur, I think they made with different wrappers and various blends. It wasn't as good. So again, I bought them because I'm like, ooh, I'd like the one I had before was really good. And because they've been out for so long, like you can find vintage of this particular line, and some of them not so good.
I have some business associates that used to be our stick when we used to go out.
Get to revisit an old friend
to the old humidor on Post Road, right?
Wow.
So this is about 12 years ago, right? And some of them still crank that out on the golf course. You know what I mean? Or when we go out, they go for those classic facings, and you know, I think it's a good refresher. You know, it's just a different smoke. It's an old flavor, creamy,
golfable.
Well, yeah, it is golfable. It is definitely a golfable smoke. It kind of looks like you can use it as like a little baseball bat or one of those little police weapons or something.
Double Corona it's a great size.
Yeah,
I think a difficult size to blend and get it to smoke right.
Yeah,
amazed at Churchill, but
amazed at how it just stays together. You know, like hats off.
Smokes good the whole way.
And smokes good. Like I said, I give it a box split with a friend because if you ever come across like a timeless classic like that, it's always great when you share them with friends and stuff like that. So.
Rainman, what else you got?
The Illusione Rothschild, Connecticut. I believe you gave me that one as well. 4.5 by 50 Robusto.
Was it the Connecticut? Okay, because I like the regular Rothschild too.
Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. $5.50 price point. Two sizes, and give it a $5. Medium smoke, cedar, a little pepper up front, and I found it burns a little hot. Not to the touch, and the website was slightly confusing. Just
who was it?
Most are from cigar manufacturers.
Who was it? Who was it?
Illusione.
Oh, yeah. It's got all the graffiti all over it in the background.
Yeah. But anyway, slight leather but it was enjoyable. I gave it a $5.
Yeah, I'd put that as a $5 as well. I had high hopes for that because I love the regular Rothschild. I was hoping it'd be one of my staple Connecticicts, but it didn't quite make
one I
the cut
wanted
for
to try
staple
for a little
Connecticut. Bit. Yeah, but I would keep 5 in my humidor. Try them.
Solid rating. Yeah.
I smoked a La Palina Black Label Robusto. This did not agree with my palate. Did not.
Head or stomach?
No, like there was almost like a. I don't know if there was black licorice, but I related it to black licorice because I don't like black licorice. And now there are some people out there that love black licorice.
There you go.
Most of them are probably in their 70s and retired. But so I did not like the flavor profile in this cigar at all. And I couldn't do it. It's a try one. If it's in your flavor wheel, you might like it. For me, did not.
Did you get that locally? I was looking to try.
One.
Okay,
yeah.
I was looking to try.
Now the red label.
Yep.
I didn't put that in there for whatever reason. I did smoke some red label, and I was liking the red labels. In fact, I would smoke the red. The red label falls in the same thing as the Imperia in terms of like a medium body, but more on the mild side. Yep. Great wood notes in that red label. It doesn't change up like it's that wood note throughout, but it does that really well. That to me, Solid fiver. I smoked that in the Robusto size for the red label. So I'm like, let me try the black label and see what the blend change. Obviously it's a completely different blend. I think is it Connecticut Broad? I don't have the blend specifics, but when I smoked the black, I was like, well, nope, no go. Try one for me.
So did you get through it or no?
Maybe half of it.
I'm gonna. It's the La Palina black label.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna. What size?
I smoked the Robusto.
All right. I'm gonna have the same size, and I'll report back to you next week.
I think I might have some that I can. If you want to smoke them.
Solid
Really?
construction
No, because sometimes it's like it's good, like because if I come back and or Joe,
people's palates are different. We've
Yeah.
talked about that. I'm not saying it's a bad cigar. Just it wasn't for me at all. Now the red label absolutely was. I would smoke more of the red label for sure.
was it as strong and predominant as like the Tabernacle?
No, it was not strong like that as a
Okay.
Tabernacle.
Because when I
like
look
to
at that,
remember.
when I look at that,
It looks the
wrapper looks dark like that
Yeah.
Tabernacle,
No,
and I'm like, ooh, wow.
Right?
'cause-
No, as soon as
Different
he,
insides.
okay.
Yeah.
As soon as he keyed it up.
yeah,
All right. What else we got? I lost track of who's going next.
Jody.
Got a Camacho Ecuador. I tried every other flavor in the Camacho, but this is the first experience. 7x48 Churchill, Ecuadorian Habano, Brazilian binder, Honduras, and Dominican filler. $8, 5 sizes. This kept me engaged and curious throughout the entire smoke.
I'm sorry. Well, I missed the first part.
Camacho Ecuador,
Camacho Ecuador. What color is the band?
the blue.
Okay.
The blue. Oh, yeah. It's black and blue. Yep. Yeah, I had that. They have black and red, black and blue, black and orange.
If you swipe on his card, the pictures comes up.
No,
And you can switch back and get the
I had to
description.
see. I had to see it. To
Rainman's cards are magic.
I'm a very visual person. Like if you tell me if you can.
That's why I had to ask what color. What color was it? Yeah. I don't think I've smoked
color
the
coordinated the next time.
Ecuador, but you liked it though.
I really did. Pepper, floral notes, citrus. It was throughout the whole smoke. It really kept me engaged, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Box split, but I want to hit it again and see if that rating can jump up a little bit because
Yeah.
it was good. Only one so far, but
Did you ever have the Corojo size, the red?
I
Black
have.
and red. You like
That's
that?
my favorite.
That's my favorite too. That's why I was asking. Like that's my favorite out of that line and that new there. Plus the new Camacho boxes, meaning new, 2 years old,
Newer,
these shiny ones.
Yeah, the shiny. Yeah.
They would
pretty
make
labels.
great Pinewood Derby cars when they were
Yes.
little.
Yes,
They're all
they would.
sleek and with the scorpion on the side. It'd be a good time.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
The Unico series. Have you guys smoked through any of the Unico series? I know Mr. J's got a big shipment of the Unico series from Drew Estate. This is the Velvet Rat, the Flying Pigs, the Dirty Rat, the Velvet Rat. There's L40, Feral Flying Pigs. Those are kind of their limited releases. We've talked about most of them on the show before. Now, some people said, and sometimes I agree, that some of the Liga stuff isn't the same. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. And I can see where some of the special releases, some of the Liga number 9 stuff, I think is not my go-to as much as it used to be for whatever that's worth. However, I think that there are certain lines, the T52, for example, the one I smoked in the tube, and the T52 Flying Pig. T52 Flying Pig is awesome. Awesome cigar. Box worthy for sure. The Velvet Rat, which has that fan pigtail cap on it, awesome smoke. And I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but I want to talk about it again because I picked up a couple more. And when I'm in the mood for something that just has an obnoxious amount of smoke, I sometimes I have to have a cigar that just has an obnoxious amount of smoke. Like the smoke production is just unbelievable. Like if someone's in the room with you and they're not a smoker, they're just smoked out instantly.
Yeah.
So you can use it to get rid of people that you don't like. If they don't like a lot of smoke, light up a Velvet Rat. Now the in terms of the smoke production is good, but the flavor's there too. I think these are awesome smoking cigars. I find they're very easy to smoke and they produce a ton of flavor with that smoke production. And for me, the Velvet Rat is, it's approaching Fight Chuck Norris for me. I'd say it's box worthy right now. I think as these things age, they're going to go into Fight Chuck Norris. So it's definitely one of those limited releases from, or some, I guess they are still limited production, although they're a lot more available than they used to be. The Velvet Rat for me is awesome. The Ratzilla is another one. I haven't gone back and smoked some of the newer ones of that. I didn't like those when they first came out, but I liked it when I revisited it. The Velvet Rat, And the L40s are still really good. Those are one of my staples. But I kind of found something new in that Unico series in smoking these Velvet Rats. So.
And they're over at Joyles?
They are.
I'm going to have to get some. This Saturday I went out with a friend, and it's funny how you talk about the Liga number 9. You know, I grabbed the T52. You know, all this week I wanted to smoke what I wanted to smoke. I was like, I'm not smoking. I'm going. This is my week, right? Right? And you know, so I grabbed the T52, and I'm like, man, you know, I just still dig this smoke, even though it's changed. And the first thing that comes out of my, well, it's not a Liga number 9. It's like, well,
no,
it was what it was.
It never was.
It's never was.
It was always a T52.
Right,
it's
and it's funny. It's someone who's in the industry, Dan from Christoph. Anyway, right. So you know, so
did he go to Hendricken?
He went to Hendricken, right?
That explains it.
Right, you know, and you know, we're
Sorry,
out there smoking.
Rainman.
But it's like the first thing they say, well, it's not the Liga number 9. I says it doesn't. It's
not trying to be.
And the funny thing is, I smoked this T50. I smoked this thing down to the.
They're still good. They are.
They're so
Have you
good.
smoked the new tube? Now, not that the blend has changed or the cigar is any different because it comes in a tube. And I'm kind of a sucker for packaging, but like it looks like a military grade tube. Like it's dark steel gray, and it has like that yellowish, dark yellow, almost gold, like a gold, but a dark gold writing on it. So it looks like an ammo can, very similar.
Really?
But it's a tube. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. And I tell you what, I picked up a couple of the tubes. I'm like, I know this is the same cigar, but I smoked it. I'm like, oh, it's T52. Like I remember, the thing is awesome. Great smoke production, awesome flavor, nice solid punch, good amount of spice, but well balanced.
Yeah.
T52 is
like
where it's at.
That T52, that could be Joe's first box.
Yeah.
It's there. It's almost there. It's just so good. You know what I mean? Like it's just a good smoke. But that's funny how a lot of people say that. Like it's just well, it's not that. And it's like it's different. It's awesome smoke. You know, especially like Drew. They make stuff. You know, that acid line. That's we don't really talk too much about.
We have though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so
Kentucky Fire Care, we talked about that.
Last year, Coop and I talked about last year, Drew Estate sent a sample pack out to a bunch of reviewers. And I think we were one of the few that actually we smoked through everything because they sent us infused as well.
Right.
I smoked through everything. I smoked anything that was in that box. I've probably smoked and reviewed. And I tell you what, most of it still scored really well to this day. So you can say what you will about Drew Estate. We smoked through I've personally smoked through their whole line. Will has as well. Our ratings were very high. In fact, our ratings were high for some of the infused stuff as well. In fact, I bought a box of infused cigars because I was like, I really dig this. I'm like, this is really good.
It's a good change. If you smoke a lot of cigars,
if my palate's tired in the morning, I will have a cup of coffee. Sometimes I will go for the coffee infused.
What the
which
Java?
Not the Java. No,
Tobacco?
sorry, the tobacco.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Like what I like about Drew, in their presentation is their cigars are different.
Yeah.
They're all. So, you know, sometimes they make different lines, and in some companies they kind of tail into the same route of the cigar.
Have you had the T52 Flying Pig?
No, I've had
definitely pick some of those up.
I want to pick that up, and I want to pick up that series. So I'll have that over next week.
Yep.
Like I said, I just wanted a week where I had 2 Alto Fluente Don Carlos, a couple of Excaliburs. I'll smoke it what I want to smoke. That's it, But I'm gonna go for the Flying Pigs because a lot of people say, friends in the industry, you've never had one. I'm like, no, I've never had a Flying Pig.
Yeah, and if you like TV2, you like that.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
Got Cro-Magnon from Roma Craft, the Mandible. U.S. Connecticut Broadleaf Wrapper, Cameroon Binder, Nicaraguan Filler. 4.5 by 60 Petite Cordo. I gave it a box worthy. It was awesome. Medium full. Ton of smoke like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Earthy sweetness. Coffee on the retro hail. It was complex and tasty.
And you can smoke that to the nub too.
Absolutely.
Roma Craft.
Oh, yeah.
Fingertip burner all
Skip
day.
makes great stuff.
Yeah.
It's been on the show 2 or 3 times, so.
We should try to get him back.
Yeah, we should. His stuff is solid.
Want to
All
ask him
around.
what the double band's about.
The double band.
All of their bands
have a double.
but one of them has a bunch of symbols on it. I want to know.
I don't know if we've ever asked
I want to know.
We might have.
It's my first attempt. I was unable to extract the band, and then I knew on the second go around I went your style, rip it right off immediately, and I like to save them. Save the bands.
Well, I always like to rip off the band and look at it. You know, I've always explained this before because the detail is crazy.
We have
know?
a picture on the other side. We should someday we'll put it up on the screen for everyone to see. But it's a lot of the band, most of the ones that I've smoked, I saved, and we had someone make a collage out of it. So
I made a collage.
we should make another one.
True story. I made a collage and I gave it to a friend to put in his house, and he put it in Boulevard Cigars. So I remember I walked in. I says,
Well, wait a minute.
I said, where'd you get that? He's like, oh, I got it from Dennis. And I says, oh, that was mine. He goes, where'd he get it? I said, I made that and put it in my house.
Should have signed it at least.
And he goes, I gave it. He goes, you want it back? I says, no, I just. So if you go to Boulevard, you can check it out. That collage.
It's all your smokes. All your bands anyway.
It's funny. It's like old school. It's got like the old Floyd de Oliva, the red wrap, the felt wrap with the gold label. It's got a lot of old. It's from our old shop.
Yeah.
So it's got
old
sticks in
stuff.
there.
That's cool.
From like the '90s, and it's amazing. It's amazing how
Being a geek, that's half the fun, though. You get to revisit,
it's amazing how some of those boutique at the time blends when boutique was are not even like around, or you had like the original Ernesto cigars from him. Right, and then it became the Nesta Miranda. You know what I mean?
Right,
of what we know today. It's pretty cool stuff.
Awesome.
If you can go years back. Anyway,
I don't know. Do I have more to? I think I had one more. Oh, yeah. I smoked a Guillermo Leon signature series. I think they call it. I actually read the write up on. Coop's got a great write up on it. This cigar was really good, and Coop gave it a pretty high rating. Did I pick it up next door? No, this was in my humidor. Probably bought it next door a couple of years ago. But this is from La Aurora. Again, Guillermo Leon. I want to say it's called the Signature. I want to say it was the Signature series, but it looks like the band said something else. But you can see it. It's in wiki.stogiegeeks.com for this episode. It's silver, red, and black band on it. It's a Corona-sized cigar. It was awesome.
It's got a sharp little band on there.
Yeah, and I remember when these first came out, I was like, yeah, these are good, but I don't know if I'm digging them so much. And so I revisited. I'm like, wow, like this cigar's box worthy right now. Holy crap, is this good? And then I read Coop's review on it, and he gave it a high rating the first time around with this cigar. So these are really good. And something, next door you're going to see that because as we're going to talk about in today's interview, they're big with Miami Cigar and La Aurora. Their latest cigar that they're making for Havana Cigar Club comes from La Aurora. So it was kind of timely. These are really, if you see them next door, these are really good.
do you have one yet?
No, of the new one,
I know we have our sample for the next segment.
Yeah, no, I have not.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, you've had one.
I have.
You smoked one
Today?
already. Awesome.
No,
How you get it for?
Look at this one.
Well, what are you
Look
throwing?
at
What are
this
you doing?
one.
Throwing your weight around? What are you saying?
I don't know if I should get into it.
No, you should get into it. It's only us. Go ahead.
I don't want to downplay our guests that are coming in.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you tell us at least when the guests are on or no?
No.
Oh my God.
Nope. To be continued off air, maybe.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, boys.
I should have put a link with that one.
Disappointing.
Anyway. What was I going to say? The event tonight.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, can't wait.
It's at 6:30. And
I'm in.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're all in. We're all going. That's why we're doing it this afternoon. So this is an event with Tatuaje, and we get 6 cigars. I want to make sure I get these right.
Oh yeah.
This is the new
I'm gonna pick up a new lighter.
Negocian. Is that how you say that? Negocian?
Can you spell it?
Sure.
Negotian.
Negocian?
Negocian?
Negocian.
Tian. Did I say O-N? Tian.
That sounds right.
Negocian.
Yeah.
We get that in a Robusto Bellicoso and a short Churchill. We also get the pork chop and the pork tenderloin, which are awesome. I don't know if I want to smoke those tonight.
I am. 37 seconds. That thing's going to last in my hand. 37 seconds.
And a Cabaguan Petite as well.
Yep.
So that's good. And then we get a 3-course meal. And, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Raffles, the whole thing. Eh?
Raffles, the whole thing. Yeah, 3-course dinner, 6 limited production cigars. Well, those 3 cigars are new. Yeah. So I'm looking forward. Have you guys smoked a pork chop or pork tenderloin?
Negative.
Negative.
I smoked one of the original pork tenderloins.
That's why it's going right in.
Awesome.
Right for the kill. Punch, bang.
I was on the fence about stashing it away, but I think I'm gonna have to fire it up,
dude. Take a page out of my.
I have not read about this new tattoo, and
We'll find more. Don't worry about it.
We've been talking about this new one in the fact that like we get one, and I have not researched the cigar at all yet. So
which one, the Negocion or the Negocion?
Negocion.
It's an event at the Regency in EG. I just missed it last week, but they'd feature that cigar.
Wow. Alrighty. Well, we're going to go to that event and we're going to report back on everything that we learned. So our interview is coming up next. Stay tuned.